Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm on another walk, but this time it's a rather special walk because it's a request from one of my viewers. 45 years ago, a little girl called Alexis used to go to school, like so many girls of that age. She lived in High Salvington in West Sussex. Now, I don't want to identify exactly where the house is because that's not unfair for the current owners, but in a road called West Way, just off High Salvington Hill, which is just in Worthing, in the boundaries of Worthing in West Sussex. She used to go to school, and Paul, her partner, said it would be so lovely to see that walk that she used to do to go to school. And so many people do these walks. They move and they never return to perhaps their hometown where they used to be brought up. And she used to stay with her grandparents at this house, from what I understand, and she used to walk to school. And it's obviously very much in her memories. And as you can hear, I don't know if you can hear the bird song here at the moment. It's very lovely. So I'm going to sort of retrace her steps in today's walk. So the first thing I'm going to do is come out of Westway itself, this lovely suburban hill. At one time, of course, must have been part of the South Downs that has now been built on with quite luxurious looking houses, I have to say, up this route. And we're going to go up the hill towards the windmill at High Salvington and passing some shops that no doubt Alexis used to stop and buy sweets and things en route. So this is the hill in autumn, heading up past so we can see all these beautiful trees and things. So she would have walked up here. Outside the front of her house in the old picture you can see, I think it's a hillman hunter, and there's her grandparents, and there she is as a young girl. It is interesting to walk in somebody else's footsteps, and I'm planning some walks in which I do just that, but with writers that we've been reading, and also doing some more of my own and other people's suggestions. This is a particularly very charming area to have been brought up. So let's get up to the top and have a look at the old shop. I tell you what, probably got all the school kids that used to do this very, very fit and healthy, climbing up the hill, which was great. Probably didn't need to do any PE or physical education when you got to school. So I'm up at the village shop, which I've noticed over the years has changed. It went from being a shop to something else, but now it is a village shop. I guess it must be, I think, run by volunteers. I'm not 100% sure, but here it is behind me. It's got a barber shop and the village shop, but I guess at one time these were different shops and you could probably get some sweets and all of that, which must have been very nice. So from here Alexis would have gone up that way, but if I cross the road up Honeysuckle Lane, which I won't do today, in other walks I've gone up Honeysuckle Lane and gone into the honeysuckle field, the big field, and the woods below, which if you keep following them will take you down to Clapham Woods, and I'll link to those down below so you can check those out. The lovely Julia and I did some great walks. So I'm going to carry on now up Furs Road, which becomes Bost Hill, and then I'm going to take a shortcut down towards the school. there are some incredible properties along here. You can imagine that when these people first started to build these houses, and I mean they're all built completely differently, which is what I like. It's not like these new builds which are so similar. Each one probably a speculative builder bought a plot of land, built their house. They're probably quite wealthy when they did that, and even wealthier now to live here. Behind me here, just having a look, is a strange looking little church. I think there's a sign up here, so let's have a look, because I'm sure that Alexis would have passed this regularly, and as a school kid I don't know how much you would have taken in on that. It says here this building is closed in accordance with the government guidelines. Anyway, back there just now, very remarkable looking gnarled tree. I don't know if you remember that, Alexis. So we'll carry on up. The next port of call will be the windmill. Just taking a little stroll down this lane beside the mill, which is just off Firs Road, and next to me here, as you can see, actually if I just raise up the camera you'll see the windmill here in all its glory behind me. So the windmill, I haven't got all the facts of the windmill. I did a podcast on the windmill, we went round, but I believe it's 1700 and something originally, and there's probably a windmill here beforehand. This does get a great amount of wind. It's been restored, a black post mill, absolutely brilliant mill with its 4 sweeps. We call them sweeps in Sussex. Other people in other counties call them sails, but they're just known as sweeps here. And possibly next year we'll get a tour in there. I'll talk to the organisers again. We had sort of got one lined up, but for some reason it fell through. But we've been to other windmills and they're always very interesting. So this is very iconic and would have been seen by Alexis every day. So, and 45 years ago, I wonder if they were still in the restoration of it. I would love to find out actually what condition it was in back then. But we'll carry on with our walk, get back on and start dropping down Bost Hill towards the school. Fantastic. I love that mill. It's just very beautiful, and of course everybody from around here knows it. It's open, I think, every second Sunday, something like that, of the year, from the beginning, something like May to October, I imagine. But yeah, you can't help but see it. So we go from Firs Road, I think. Now I get confused because I often call this Bost Hill or Bost Hill, but I think it's Bost, isn't it? We're going to make our way down now, and I'm looking for a shortcut that will take me to the bottom of the hill on the right hand side very shortly. So we're heading down towards Findon Valley at this moment. Good morning. I wonder how much has changed in those 45 years. I don't suppose a great deal has. So here is the zigzag path that goes down. So I'm going to head down there and we'll get a good view looking down onto the valley. I have to say this has been a very enjoyable walk, to go and do somebody else's walk that they've done years ago, and how fascinating it is to do it. A lot of climbing, I have noticed. Great for going to school, but probably on the way back you probably felt quite knackered, I imagine, as we head up and down these hills. Actually quite like the zigzagging. It certainly makes it much better than if you're having to sort of climb directly, but it's still quite steep. Now, of course, I'm doing this walk, I've got to walk back. She said that it took about half an hour to do this walk to school, and it's about 1.5 miles. That's 3 miles a day. I think that's brilliant. Now, I am looking for a point where we can actually get a good view down the valley, but as yet I haven't seen one. It's marred by these trees. But I'm ever hopeful that there will be a gap in a second, as we can see through the trees, hopefully, that there is the valley, and down there somewhere is the school. Now, I'm slightly nervous about, of course, filming a school, because that's not really a done thing these days. But here we go, we get a bit of a view of the valley beyond. I can hear the kids at school, and I can see the continuation of the footpath just down this last bit of zigzag, and let's see if we can just get a bit of that before I do the last part of the trip, which is just beyond down there. So walking down the slope now on the last stretch, as I say, I can hear the school, and it's really just beyond the trees ahead of me. And I'm not going to go right up to the school. I don't think that's the decent thing to do, and we'll just get to the end of the road. So I guess I could say, if you've got a walk that you used to do that you'd like to share with me, then that would be absolutely fantastic. Do let me know. I hope, Alexis, that you've enjoyed this, and thanks for the donation that helped go towards the general funds. Right, here we go. I can hear a dog barking away. Right, we'll just go through these little obstacles, and there's a gate. I wonder if that was there when you were here. Oh, what a splendid noisy gate. Get away from these dogs barking away. And we're coming up to Vale Avenue, which is where the school is beyond. And there it is. As I say, I'm not going to go up to the school, but that's about as far as I'm going to go on the walk. So there we are, mission completed. I feel so much better. If you continue down that way, you'll get down to the main A24, which takes you into Worthing that way and northwards to Horsham. But that's it for me. I've got to walk all the way back now, back to the old Black Maria, and go and edit this together. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe, and if you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up, become a patron, support what I do, and I'll continue to bring you these lovely videos. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Right, I think I'm feeling fit.